actually, because I had a Super Bowl ring snatched from me by this quarterback, and you always, as a coach, you look from the outside and you see a really good player, and your competitive juices say, boy, if I could coach him, I would want to make him even better, So he's just that kind of guy, and we obviously have continued to infuse some young talent around him at key positions, but yeah, I mean, I think that's the plan. Anytime you go in anywhere, is you want to be the best. We went to Kansas City, and nobody would have thought we had a prayer to be the best, and we led the league in rushing. Same in Arizona, we threw it better than anybody. So the unique thing about this group is, I think, now we got to go back to basics and start over. It's not going to happen just because it happened last year. We got to do all the little things that allowed it to give us a chance to happen. But I think we could run it as good as we throw it, and I think we're going to throw it pretty good.
Do you have to add some twists? I mean, I imagine past 6-7 months, teams are playing, you were probably studying you pretty well. Do you have to throw some twists in to make it,
I mean, I think the league is evolving all the time, and I think just the fact that we got guys that are now together another year, for a Marcus Wheaton it's year 3, for AB it's 5 or whatever it is, and we got guys all coming back that now have a year of experience that allow you to continue to push that, we always say second level stuff. We like to feel like we can handle the basic stuff, and now we're into the second level offensive stuff, which is just minor details that make a difference in a play being made and not being made.
That first year or so, was it tough? I mean, did you hear the criticism? I'm guessing for you, I'm guessing your family probably had to deal with some. Was that difficult?
Yeah, I mean, once you're a head coach, you learn to keep your ears out of it, and you really just focus on trying to do the best job possible. That being said, it's not an easy job. You're coming into a new place, you're the one new guy, and you got a lot of guys that have been there and done that. A couple years removed from winning being the best team in the world. So, that's never easy to be the new guy on the block and try to, figure out a way to push a group to be even better. But you just trust as a coach that you're doing the right things, and that you'll earn guys' trust, coaches and players, through that. And I think that's what happened. You just keep your beliefs in what you know and believe in, and then guys will see that you are doing things that give you a chance to succeed, and then you start to slowly earn trust, and I think that's what happened. But it's always rough being the new guy.
And you know how it works. Your successful offense usually brings head coaching opportunities. Is that something that interests you or anymore? I mean, down the road, 5 years, 10 years, next year, whatever. Any opportunity where you have to?
I really don't think about it. I'm really ultra focused on doing my job, and just what you said. It was a tough role to step into, and I'm proud of what we've done to this point, but the job's not finished. So really just focused on trying to be the best that I can at my job, and hopefully that helps lead us to the promised land.
Not too many people get criticism from Snoop Dogg. I need a story about this. What do you think about that? Do you laugh at it? Does your family tell you? He's awfully quiet now.
My daughters tell me. But the funny thing is that I'm close friends with Keyshawn Johnson, and he's friends with Snoop. We got a number of guys on our team that are friends with him. So, it's just funny. I put them in when we win games. I'd make a video for the offense, and as we started to roll, I fit them into a couple videos for a good laugh. So
I'm sure you got some.
I'm a little Wayne guy, but I got great respect for Snoop. I don't want to start an East Coast, West Coast war.
Hey, he's kind of quiet right now, huh? He's kind of quiet.
Hey, it's the Steeler fans are passionate. Before I got here, that was something I loved. You can see Snoop in Steeler gear and naming his youth team Steelers. I think it's a great thing, but with it comes a little more pressure and speculation.
Everybody can be an offensive coordinator now. That's right. Yeah. What's the craziest thing somebody said to you? Hey, you need to run this. You need to. I'm sure somebody out there said.
Somebody just said something. I forget where I was. I don't know. Where the heck was I? And he said, you need to run the... I wish I could remember because it's funny. I mean, it's the funniest of even walking up here, fans like, come on, Haley, you got to get this offense going now. I mean, yes, sir, yes, man. You just got to roll with it.
How did you get Ben to buy into it? I talked to him, last week or something. How did you get him to buy into short stuff? Could be just as effective as BA's long stuff.
We have long stuff on every play. I think it's just a mentality and him growing as a player and understanding that, he's getting older and he's got to evolve, and it's just doing my job and no different than any other position, making an AB or a Le'Veon believe that I got his best interest in mind, and this is a group effort, and it's not just me forcing square pegs and round holes. It's, hey, analyze the talent you have and the skill you have and play to their strengths. And same with him. I mean, he's one of the best, and I want him to be the best when it's all over.
Something that you had to show him. Results had to dictate, right?
I mean, results never hurt, but I think also that before we had the big year last year, I think that he'll say that he believed, before the actual results happened, that we were doing the right thing. And that's just instinct and being a smart football player and understanding that, we weren't trying to do things that weren't going to help us. We were doing things, we were trying to come up with the best answers. And it's we.
How do you evaluate backup quarterbacks? Is it here or is it preseason or is it both?
It's everything. They're always being evaluated. But ultimately, it's going to be how you perform in games, but it's a full, especially with quarterbacks, it's a full-time evaluation, how they handle the daily pressure, handle the huddle, all those things that you gotta do well to succeed or have a chance to succeed.
Every year it seems like there's a new wrinkle with the quarterback. It's the spread, if it's the offensive ball, whatever it was. But do you agree that you have to be in the pocket and throw the ball down the field to be successful in this league, as in Super Bowls? It seems like no matter how much you change, that's what it is.
I think you have to ultimately be able to do that. And I think Russell Wilson's a good example. He can run some of the read option things you're seeing in college, but ultimately he's a really good pocket passer, and I think you have to have that as part of your arsenal. You can't be missing that in your game. But any of those extra skills are always nice, but I think time has shown you better be able to drop back and throw it.
That 30 points per game that was popular a couple of days ago, that came from you, right? That's your... Where'd they come from?
Keep what happens in our meetings. We're trying to be better than we were last year.
It sounds like to me that Martavis, when he was in the lineup, you were darn close to 30 points. I think 29-7.
I just know that for us to be better, we got to, get those areas that I've talked about, here in the spring, we have to improve in some areas. And we may be better than we were last year, and we may not have the leading rusher and receiver. I mean, we may be a better offense, and we'll judge that, and the victories will tell us also.
Last thing, how long do you want to be here? I mean, you build a house and you're living here, and you just
love it. Love it. I'm home. So
you remember up here, 20 years ago, 30 years ago?
Yeah. I was just telling Albert Breer that something always stands out is that coaches, that little rec room in the corner of that thing is where they had the old refrigerators, and there was root beer in there, and I can just taste it, smell it right now. But yeah, I mean, that was a dirt path up there, and they had the big Universal here. But I remember.
How old were you? You were ball boy, right?
My dad came back to Steelers in '70, so I was 3 when we moved back. Now, one of my memories are, I remember the Immaculate Reception. That's probably my first real Steeler memory that sticks. Yeah, in the stand. Got hot chocolate spilled all over me.